kò sẹ́nikẹ́ni tó lè jìnnà mi o. Àwọn ọmọ yín lè gbìyànjú láti yìnbọn fún mi ṣùgbọ́n mi ò máa kúrò lọ́gbà ìlàlẹ̀ yìí.
Kí ló máa ṣe ẹ́? O dẹ̀ máa ní sùúrù.
Ẹ fi mi sílẹ̀! Kí ló dé mo ní mi ò lè fẹ́ yín nǹkan mi wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni? Ṣé nígbà tí bá la ọpọlọ yín kẹ́tí mọ̀ pé mi ò lè fẹ́ yín ni? Ẹ wò gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ olóṣèlú tẹ́ ẹ sọ yìí, ẹ jẹ́ mú wọ́n kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ torí kò sẹ́yìn tó kọ mi, èmi ò lè fẹ́ ìkà mi ò lè fẹ́ ní ibi.
This movie begins in a boxing gym where we see Adigun, a single father, for the first time as a boxing instructor. Adigun is very good at this sport, so it's not surprising that he has a lot of trainees. He is dedicated to this sport. Now, his son, Sukomi, loves to watch his father box. And whenever the gym is empty, he also takes his time to train, especially at night. So one night, he hears a loud scream from the room. It's Adigun waking up from a nightmare. So he runs to him. Daddy, daddy, hey! Adigun pins him. Adigun gets up. Awusubilai. The dream was so scary that Adigun had to go pray. The next morning before going to school, Sukomi asked his father, Dad, this nightmare that you keep having, I hope it's not a sign that something bad is going to happen. Come on, what nonsense are you talking about? Adigun also senses it too though. So he pulls Sukomi close and admits that he feels the same way, but no problem. I am sure nothing bad will happen to us. Sukomi says, of course. And if anyone should try to mess with us, we will show them. Come on, take this money and go to school. So later that day, Sukomi snuck out of school to watch his dad fight. It's a regular betting fight. Sukomi knows his father can fight, so as you would expect, his father must win. Right? Right? No. From the left hook to the right hook, up, down, 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 up, this opponent always beats Sukomi's father. But why? Well, the fact is that Adigun always loses the fight on purpose. He had to so that the Aje gang could win. From their winning, then they will give Adigun a stipend. If he doesn't lose and those gang lose their bet, Adigun is in big trouble. Unfortunately this time, Sukomi saw that secret. Oh. So later that night, after their evening prayer, he asked his father, Dad, are you paid to lose fights? Hey, how did you know that? Were you not supposed to be in school? But Dad, I love to see you fight. I have seen you now losing a fight twice and you get paid for it. Adigun says, well, he's actually doing that so that he will be able to pay Sukomi's school fees. See, those people are bad people. Sukomi says, but Dad, you warned us that it's not good. Sukomi, don't worry. When you grow up, you will understand better. Another day, Sukomi snuck out of school again to watch his father fight. To watch his father get beaten up. Adigun sees Sukomi this time and he feels bad. Is he going to embarrass this boy again? No, he wants to prove himself, so he has to change his style. Just one dab and 2 punches, the opponent goes down. Adigun won. Now the Aje gang are not happy about this. At that moment, Adigun realizes he just messed up big time. Now on the way home, Sukomi is happily praising his dad. Daddy, that punch you gave him, that man is not a fighter at all. And right there, 2 men comes out from behind the tree. No, not 2. They are the Aje gang. Adigun starts to beg them, please, I was just coming to meet you guys. See, they drag him aside. The leader then faces Sukomi. What's your name? He says, Suky. The man says, see your father. He is not a man of his words. And such people are dangerous. He brings out a knife, pulls Adigun's head closer. Adigun keeps begging and jump. Just one stab. Adigun goes down. They kill Suki's father Adigun, leaving Suky with no one. Quick disclaimer, this recap is for educational purposes only. Suky is produced by Nemsi Studios and directed by Ola Cardoso. This recap is not meant to replace the full movie, nor should it stop you from watching the full movie on Prime. Also, this recap contains heavy spoilers. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and also turn on the notification icon. Hi, this is Sam. Welcome to the Film Village. Suky is now all alone, angry and hungry for revenge. Now a lawyer talks to Suky, promising him that he will make sure the law takes its course on those guys. I will kill them with my own hands. No, Suky, be patient, okay? Be patient. Now the movie jumps 12 years later. Suky is now a grown man, also a devout Muslim just like his father. And just like his father, he takes his boxing seriously, always training. He has been living with the lawyer and his pregnant wife ever since his father's death. So one night, there was an interview on screen where his benefactor, the lawyer, was making a huge promise on screen about ending the Ajay gang. In fact, he says, "We have done our investigation and we now know the name of their leader, Sledgehammer. We will get him and the others in a few months' time." Suky leaves the parlor into his room. All his focus is on getting his father's killer by himself. Now, while sleeping that night, he had a nightmare about the day his father was killed. He wakes up. To clear his head, he heads to the sitting room and the lawyer has been killed. What? He quickly goes to the next room to check, and right there, he sees the pregnant wife also dead. And standing there is his father's killer, Sledgehammer. The man says, "Omo Adigun," which means Adigun's son. Then they attacked Suky, knocking him out. By the time he wakes up, the police are already there. Suky was arrested for killing that family and he was wrongfully sent to prison for it. Now in that prison, new inmates including Suky were brought in. In this prison, only the strong can survive. Now the chief warden called Marshal comes out to address the prisoners. Earlier that day, they just caught some prisoners who were trying to escape. They have tried to escape 3 times and the warden is no longer having it. So he took justice into his own hands. One after the other, he gunned them down. Suky is shocked. This is his new life now. Yes, welcome to Ajah prison. Hey, now with their legs chained, they were marched into their individual cells. Now at this point, Suky is not happy, but at the same time, he is not showing any fear. So the senior inmate Ijaya approached Suky. He says, "Follow me." Suky did not answer him. I'm talking to you and you are raising your shoulders. It's either you join me or you join them. Suky then follows Ijaya. Not long after joining them, the regular Dambe prison fight is going to begin that day. So the thing is that in prison, they also bet on fight. The prisoner that always wins that fight is this guy here called Igbomor. Now while watching the fight, Ijaya begins to analyze Igbomor's fighting style. Suky was listening. That was how Suky got to know that Ijaya knows a lot about fighting. And as the newest inmate, whose job is it to fan the president while he enjoys his sleep? Of course it's Suky. Sometimes, while others are even sleeping, Suky finds it hard to sleep, so he just stares out through the window. The next morning, one inmate has committed suicide. Now, the reality of this place is beginning to settle into Suky's head. Now, the warden, Marshal, calls the prison doctor, Dr. Simi, to complain that he has been feeling sharp pains all over his body since he woke up. I need your help. Simi knows what he wants, but, well, Simi goes to check on him. "Where are you feeling the pain, sir?" I say, "Here, Simi, right here." Simi puts her hands on his chest. Go down a little, please. See, I will soon leave this job and become someone important, and I will fulfill all my promises to you, Simi. Please, let your hand go down. Simi says, "But sir, this is not where your chest is." I know, but this is where the pain is now, The warden wants Simi to give him a job with her hand, a job with her hand, as in hand job. Well, his phone rings. "Hello, Senator." Marshal gets up. Quickly, he drives to meet the caller, Senator. "Senator, good evening, sir," as loud as he could say it. "Hey, do you think you are in prison?" Shouting like a fool. Sorry, sir." He turns to leave. "Hey, where are you going again?" Anyway, Marshal, have you heard about the Ajay gang? Ajay gang? Marshal says, "Yes, so we always hear about them in news all over the place." Hey, stop shouting. "Sorry, sir. Anyway, this is the leader of the Ajay gang. By the way, did you hear about the lawyer and his pregnant wife that was killed recently? The Ajay gang did it. Now, during that mission, there was a young man there that saw them, and the man is in your prison. We want you to kill him and make it fast." Marshal says, "No problem, it shall be done." What is his name?" The Ajay leader says, "Sukomi." Sukomi was looking out through the window of the cell that night when 2 guards comes to take him. "What's wrong?" They say, "Marshal wants to see you." Ijaya sees them take Sukomi out, but he did not say anything. So they took him into the field, now, to kill him. But first, they want to enjoy beating him. They started beating Sukomi, passing him around. Man, they beat Suky no be small. How far? Should we round him up? Marshal signals to them to kill him. The flashback of the killing that brought Sukomi to jail flashed through his head. Suky picks up a stone and, oh my lord, he pounds these policemen like pounded yam. He beats them until they all died. Marshal had to quickly send men to take Sukomi down. What? Hello, Senator calls Marshal to confirm if the job is done. Marshal says, no sir, this boy just killed 3 of my men. Senator says, get it done fast. Marshal says, wait sir, how much are you getting paid for this boy? I would like to buy him from you. It seems Marshal wants to start using Suky as his guy to fight in prison. Anyway, Senator refuses to sell Suky. See, just kill him. Marshal says, sir, I could have lied to you that he is dead and we have thrown his corpse away and I will be using him to fight, but I respect you, sir. So please tell me, how much does it cost to you? As for Suky, he was taken back into his cell. The next morning, they took him into the infirmary for treatment. Now, the Islamic morning prayer has started. Allahu Akbar. And even with the pain, Suky gets up to pray. Dr. Simi saw him and decided not to disturb his prayers. Now, after the prayer, Suky sees a bed in a cage inside the infirmary. Now, while looking at the bed, Dr. Simi enters. The bed fell through my window, so I treated it for its injuries. I know I should have released it to go, but he is the only companion I have here now. Simi says, she saw him praying earlier and decided not to disturb him, even though it's been a while she last saw anyone pray in that prison. She herself has even stopped praying. Why did you stop praying? Suky asked. Simi says, God did not answer my prayer to leave this place, so what is the benefit of praying? Anyway, may you not find a reason to stop praying yourself. Now, Babanla enters with guards. Suky picks up a weapon to defend himself. Stab me now. Stab me. Simi started calling him, Suky, please. The man was daring Suky. Stab me if you dare. These men were sent by Marshal to bring Suky. So, Marshal informed Suky that, see, you should have been dead by now. I have paid for your life. That means I now own you. Whatever I say becomes your order. If I ask you to run, you run. Talk, you talk. Grow, you grow. And if I ask you to die, you die. Marshal now introduced him to the rest of the boxing team and his new cell with mattress and TV. You see, guys, Marshal is trying to take care of his investments. Remember Igbomor, the best boxer in that prison? He continues to prove to everyone that he deserves to be respected. But that is none of Suky's business. He fears no one. So in their special cafeteria, even if other prisoners turn Suky, he doesn't bother. He knows one punch is enough for these guys. So he minds his business. Now he served his food and Igbomor collects the food from him, saying, they serve you the head of fish. Don't you know the head must eat the head? Igbomor collects the fish from Suky and eats. Now while other prisoners were eating, Igbomor's boys were praising Igbomor, saying, they will miss him after he wins that fighting tournament and he is given his freedom to leave the prison. Another one says, look at you. Instead of you two to try win a fight so Marshal can set you free. So the thing is, whoever helps Marshal to win in the fighting tournament will eventually get his freedom. Well, we shall see. But before then, guys, I want to use this opportunity to remind and beg you for your support by subscribing to this channel because that will help me bring you more amazing recaps. Also, I'd like to inform you that our initial Film Village channel with over 50,000 subscribers will now be known as Storybase. We will be posting our own special movies there. We promise that you will love them. So if you are not subscribed to that channel yet, please do so now. And don't forget to subscribe here too for more amazing recaps. Thank you. So Igbomor says, you all know you have nowhere to go. All of you here will die in this prison. He's saying this because he knows no one there can defeat him. But wait, Suky hears that and he asks, are you talking about that fight? So, do you mean whoever wins that fight will be set free? Why are you asking? Suky says nothing. Igbomor then says, hey, are you thinking what I think you are thinking? See, be careful so you don't dig your own grave with your hands. Now get out. Get out of here. So it seems there is hope for Suky to live here and avenge his parents. If only he can win the Dambe fight finals. He quickly approached Jaya. Can I speak with you? Speak. Suky says, I need you to teach me how to fight. What? Please teach me how to fight. Do I look like a coach? Suky says, he heard him analyzing Igbomor's fights the other day. Obviously, he knows about the Dambe fights more than he does. Will you train me or not? Get out of my sight! Jaya is not interested in this. Now guys, you may not know this. This Dambe fight is not the normal boxing you know. It's the Dambe fight popularly common among the Hausas in the northern part of Nigeria. Now Suky's father may be a boxer, but he is not a Dambe fighter. That is why Suky needs to learn the Dambe fight. So the next morning, Marshall's boy sounds the whistle. It's time for their morning session, their training. Igbomor and the other guys get up. Follow me. Suky is about to follow Babanla, but Igbomor stops him from joining them. He doesn't want Suky to get involved with their training. Nevertheless, any opportunity Suky gets, he tries to use it, only to get beaten over and over. Boxing is not Dambe. Now Dr. Simi is here to attend to the injured ones from their exercise. There, she caught sight of Suky. So it's true. You, a devout Muslim, have become a child of the devil. You've been caught at last. Don't you know that anyone that enters here does not go out alive? Do you want them to turn you into a murderer? Suky asked, how is that your business? If you know you are not okay with how things are happening in this prison, why then are you still working here too? Well, you won't understand. It's more complicated. Suky asked her, then make me understand. Simi says, see, let's just pretend this conversation never happened, okay? As for Suky, he continues to train. Since there's no one to teach him or train with him, he tries to copy the fighting style he's seeing. Unknown to him, Ijaya has been watching Suky. So one time, he asked Suky, ever since I've been watching the Dambe fight, I have never seen this kind of nonsense you are doing right now. Come, tell me. Why are you doing this? Are you running after something or something is running after you? Why do you really want to do this? Suky says, it's for vengeance. Vengeance for your wife or son. Suky says, for my father. Oh. Okay then, I will train you so you don't start lifting your hands like a coward anymore. And don't ask me any question, okay? Immediately Suky asked, so why did you change your mind? Boy, I said you must not ask me any question again. Didn't I? Now they both head to the prison gym to train. The security allows Suky to enter but stopped Ijaya. Let him in now. The security asked, who is he? Now Babanla had to come. Why are you here? Ijaya says, we are here to train for the fight. But Babanla says, he's not allowed there. Suky says, he's my coach. Coach! Crippled Don King is your coach? Anyway, let him in. Now the coaching begins. Punch it! Wait, is that how to throw a punch? Suky says, I know how to throw a punch. Oh, you do? Now throw a punch and move to the right, move to the left. Don't be caught in one place. Be unpredictable. Okay, Suky listened. Now, every night and day, he trained hard under Ijaya's coaching. Marshall's man, Babanla, was also monitoring all this and he's amazed. So later, he called his guys to tell them that in 3 months' time, there is going to be a competition and one inmate from that prison will represent the prison. Okay. One of them says, sir, there is no need for tryout. We all know Igbomor is the best fighter here. Let him rep. Suddenly, Suky enters. He says, I want to fight. I want to be the one to represent the prison. You want to fight? His coach even wants Suky that it's not yet time to fight, Suky. When it's time for you to fight, I will let you know. Suky insists. And Babanla says, okay, no problem. In 7 days' time, there will be a fight between Suky and Igbomor to decide who will represent the prison. Igbomor is just laughing his butt off. This little thing wants to dare me. Well, now the day is here. Which one among you is ready to bath in blood? The announcer says, well, here we have a contender, a newcomer, Suky. The crowd mocks him. Then he introduces Igbomor and he receives praise. Ijaya advised Suky not to fight with anger. Just observe Igbomor. See, Igbomor loves to hit hard and angry and to show that he's the best. Igbomor says, see, this is too much talk. Let's start this fight, please. Coach Ijaya says, let him get tired and then bounce on him. Show him who your coach is. All right, bang down. Suky, don't let him pin you to a corner. Okay. As expected, Igbomor begins his delivery services on Suky's face, dodging and throwing his iconic fast punches. He got Suky real good, as in real good. But guys, remember why Suky is fighting? Not for the prize or praise, but for vengeance. Now that anger built up in him and oh my, Suky laid Igbomor flat and began to deliver some life-threatening punches. He nearly killed Igbomor, so much that Igbomor was rushed to the infirmary for treatment. Suky even goes to check on Igbomor, but Dr. Simisola chases him away. She is angry at what Suky is becoming. Now Marshall drives to meet the senator for an important information. In his car, he's even practicing how to tell senator the message. Now, good evening, sir, senator asks. Wait, when is Blackie going to fight? Marshall says, sir, no, Blackie doesn't fight anymore. I have discovered someone better than Blackie. His name is Suky. Is that not the boy I asked you to kill? So you did not kill him? Marshal says, no sir. I tried so hard to kill him, but you mean I am senseless? Marshal says, no. He just kept trying to convince Senator to just come and watch Suky fight. Senator says, you mean you want me to bet and lose money on this boy? No sir, see, this boy, everything about him is fighting. If he does not fight, he falls sick. Just come and watch him once and you will see that you will get your money back. If you don't, sir, I will refund you the money and kill this boy right in front of you. Senator says, okay, you can go. Marshal now says, sir, can I speak with you in private? Marshal starts telling Senator about his plans for his future and how he desires to leave that prison and start working somewhere better. Senator just laughed. See, don't worry, we will talk about this later. Senator is obviously not ready to let Marshal leave that prison. Now, as for Marshal, he has also promised Simisola that once he becomes a politician, he will help her get out of that prison just to get in between her legs. You know those big politicians I've been telling you about? I'm just coming from meeting one of them. And you see, I have discussed with them and he tries to touch her but she waved it. Come on, Simi. You know I don't like this. You started again. Simi says she wants to leave. She wants to go home. And he can ask his guy to shoot her down. She does not care anymore. She just wants to go home. Come on, Simi. She raises her voice. Leave me alone. I say no. I don't want. I can't marry you. Must I open your head before you understand that I can't marry you? I don't care this politician stuff and... Marshal lands a heavy slap on her face. Even the prisoners yell, yay, from their room. Suky was watching all this. Marshal asked Dr. Simi to go back to her room. So guys, why is Marshal not allowing Simi to go home? Since she is not a prisoner, why forcing her to remain in that prison? What's actually going on between these two? Suky also asked his coach, what is going on between them? The coach said, why do you ask? Suky says, he saw Marshal slap the doctor. Coach Jaya then explained, see, as soon as Simi started working in that prison 5 years ago, Marshal has been making advances towards her. Since Dr. Simi does not want him, Marshal decided to use his power on her. He stops her from leaving the prison and even informed all the guards that if they ever see her go near the gates or try to escape, they should kill her. So Simi is more like a prisoner now. She is powerless. Suky then asked, what about her families now? Ijaya says, it seems she doesn't have any family and if she has, they may have been told that she is dead. Hey, come. Why are you asking me these questions? I hope you are not trying to... No. Suky says, yeah, I'm not after that. Better. Now, Marshal asks if Suky needs Babanla's help in preparing for the upcoming fight for Senator. Suky says no. Coach Jaya is enough for him. Alright. Now, Marshal shows him the picture of his next opponent. He has beaten Igbomor, aka Blackie, but this time, he had to fight someone else. Not just the punch and feints he has done with Igbomor. This one is fighting to death. Marshal says, you must kill this opponent because if you don't, we are dead. Remember, Marshal has made promises to the senator. Now, this senator is here to watch the fight. Alright, let's start. This opponent is a fierce one. Suky had the first touch, but later, this guy pounded Suky. It was just too easy for his opponent. Marshal is already rubbing his bad head. Hey, problem is coming. Instead of joy. Now, this guy keeps pounding Suky. Marshal, is this your fighter? Marshal says, he's just warming up, sir. Jaya says, now Suky, show him that what the underwear has suffered, the rapper can never understand. Immediately, Suky changed his fighting style and began to readjust this guy's bones with blows. Yes, another one. I told you, sir. Suky gives the guy again. Marshal picks up a bottle of beer. I told you, sir. Now, Senator begins to see what Marshal has been talking about. Interesting. Unfortunately, this guy stabs Suky with a weapon and it's made Suky angry. And that anger made Suky kill the guy. Marshal is happy, Senator is happy, Ijaya is convinced, but Dr. Simisola, hey, Suky is gone. She still had to treat Suky for his injuries, so she tended to him without paying attention, even though Suky was trying to gain her attention. Now, Marshal celebrated the win for the inmates, lots of food and even women for them to party with. Suky is unable to sleep because of the noise and pain, so he goes to meet the doctor. Getting to the infirmary, security are already on standby. What's going on? Marshal is already inside with the doctor, still trying to get what he wants. He says, I'm sorry, Simi. You know, I don't like to treat you harshly. But sometimes, I'm not just myself. My head turns upside down. But I promise you this. Simi just stands there, not saying anything back. Suky saw this and the guard sent Suky to go back. Marshal is busy. Now Marshal gets angry at Simi for not responding. And what's your problem? I'll be talking to you and you just stand there like a statue. This is what gets me angry with you. Hearing Marshal threatening Simisola made Suky turn back. He says, I have to see the doctor. My wound is bleeding. He intentionally opened his injury so they can have the chance to see the doctor. Now, Marshal had to leave her, at least temporarily. What do you want? He says, my injury has opened. Marshal left. Now, Simi asked him not to do that again. What if the injury gets worse? Please don't do that again, Suky says. I'm just trying to help you. Simi says, well, thank you. Suky then asked, I heard about you and Marshal. Well, sorry about all you have been through. Simi says, you all are the same, please. Suky says, no, he is different. Different? You have killed 2 people since you got here. You have become one of them. Suky says, no, you won't understand. Simi says, then tell me how I will understand. It's not your fault. I was the one that believed your fake prayers. Suky could not say anything. Now the next fight is set. Bong, a Cameroonian fighter. Cameroonians are strong. He clenched his fist. Now let's go. Yeah! Just one hit and Bong's light went off as in NEPA took the light. Suky did the same to the next opponent and the next and the next. He continued to destroy all his opponents. They have now made a monster out of Suky. On his last fight for the senator, the Aje gang were there, including Suky's father's killer, Sledgehammer, and he seized the man. Suky rushed into the gym room to scream. The pain he felt seeing his father's killer and he's unable to do anything at that point. No. He doesn't want this. Not these people. Coach Ijaya quickly runs to meet him to calm him down. Suky, see, don't let your anger destroy what you have been working for. I know that is your father's killer, but please stay focused and later you can do whatever you want with him. If you keep that man in mind, we will lose everything we have worked for. So please get up, act like a man. Teen Sledgehammer has spoiled Suky's morale, but nonetheless, he had to continue with his training. So while training one night, the guards arrived to take Suky to meet Marshal. Getting there, Suky says, I'm ready to fight for Simi's freedom instead of his own freedom. Marshal burst into laughter. Who do you think you are? You this thing. I am only showing you pity. I make the rules here and decide who comes in and goes out of this prison. Suky says, no, you are not doing me any favor. We are both looking for something. I know you want your freedom from this prison, as I do too. Therefore, I will fight for Simi's freedom. Then he leaves the office. He goes into the room to get something. Ijaya asks him, where to? Suky says, I need to start preparing. Now, Suky's preparation begins in full. Eating, training, sleeping, training, sitting, training, standing, training. Did I say eating? Every time, Suky is always training, 247. Now, keep in mind that all these fights is for one purpose, vengeance. Now, Coach Ijaya, Marshal, Babanla arrives for the final test on Suky. Marshal says, you have to fight. I will make the way for you to win. The thing is, they intentionally brought Babanla and another inmate to provoke Suky for a reason. The prisoner begins to insult Suky. You bastard! Your father is a useless man. You should die like him. What's all this? Suky asks. Jaya says, Suky, you don't throw stones at every dog that bark at you. And this is why I am here. The boy continues and Suky could no longer hold it. He rushed at this boy, but Babanla stops him. Now, this is the lesson. Self-control, Suky. You need to learn self-control. You know your opponent very well. He will taunt you with so many words about your father. Learn to look away and focus on the fight, not on what he is saying. Babanla also pitched his own advice. Listen, Suky, it's not all about strength. You also have to use your brain, okay? Now, Marshal and Senator are having their meeting again. Senator asks Marshal if Suky can truly handle the fight. He says, you know Sledgehammer is a beast. Whoa! Suky will be fighting Sledgehammer, his father's killer. Well, Marshal says, no problem. See, tell your friend to place a lot of money on this fight. Suky will win for sure. Senator is now convinced. In fact, he says he is proud of Marshal. Excited Marshal says, sir, I am here to make you happy always. My wish is to serve you. And also, I can serve you in other ways. What ways? Sir, as a politician, I also want to serve the people. Oh, serve the people. Senator says, Marshal can never ever become a politician. You are uneducated. You should be proud to be a warden. This job is the job that you should even hand over to your children after you are dead. Marshal, you will forever be in that prison. Those words pained Marshal so much that he left the meeting angry, promising to make sure the senator pays for this. At this point, I am thinking Marshal will want senator to lose his money on this bet, which means that he will want Suky to lose the fight to Sledgehammer, right? And this will mean that Suky will have to do what his father did in the past. Now they continue to train Suky on how to concentrate on fighting instead of words. Babanla continues to use hurtful words to taunt Suky as he trains, but Suky has mastered himself, his self-control. Now Marshal calls Suky to inform him that, see, things have changed though. You see that fight with Sledgehammer? I want you to lose. Why? Marshal says, don't worry, just lose and our deal remain intact. Suky asks, why now? Marshal says, see, those politicians are only using us for their selfish gain. You and I will not get what we deserve from them unless we show them who we are. Marshal wants to punish the senator, so do what I ask, and our deal stands. Suky says, no. What? Don't push me. I am your God. I own you. I allowed you to buy Simi's freedom, so don't let me show you who I am. Suky says, I am sorry, but I can't let this happen. He can't lose to Sledgehammer, his father's killer. Now that night, they dragged Suky to the infirmary with Simi tied to a chair. Marshal warns him again. If you do what I want, our deal stands. But if you disobey me, accept whatever the consequence is. Then they push him out. Now, Suky is torn between two lovers on the jukebox. Now, will he fight for his father or lose for the doctor, Simi? Well, the fight has started. The announcer calls Suky in. Now, the second beast Suky will be fighting is Sledgehammer. Let the fight begin. Sledgehammer begins with the mental fight first, saying how he remembered killing his father. But wait, why is Sledgehammer still as young as when he killed Suky's father? Come on, Nollywood, you can do better now. Well, the fight continues. Suky fought with anger at first, and this made him receive so many beatings. We see Marshal laughing anytime Suky is down. He's getting what he wants. He wants the senator to suffer. Now they continue to beat Suky, and the senator is fed up. Ijaya also leaves the place. As the senator is about to leave, Marshal calls him, Senator, come back, be patient. And Nisa Elo for Kombale. Ijaya gets to the infirmary. They ask him, why are you here? He says, he wants to check Suky's glove. The guard says, no, there's nothing like that here, go away. Ijaya drops his stick and lands some punch on the man. The punch that can take down a cow, according to Ijaya. Release her! So you see, he wants to help Suky free Simi so Suky can focus on his fights with Sledgehammer. But out there, Suky is still getting pounded. Ijaya and the other guardsmen enter into a fight. Wow, 2-1. Now outside, once in a while, Suky tried his best to bring down Sledge Baby, but the things were not working for him. Ijaya is also busy receiving some beating until he was able to get hold of the police baton. Oh my, well, let's just say they are done for. He freed Simi eventually and now showed Suky through the window. Finally, we see a flashback of Adegun, Suky's father. The anger, everything overwhelmed Suky, and he brought out the sledgehammer on Sledge Baby. He started reciting those words Sledgehammer recited before killing his father to him, and then he killed Sledgehammer. After that, Suky confessed to the senator, shouting about Marshal's plan to make him lose. What? Marshal begins to beg. It is too late. Days later, new inmates were brought to the prison. And guess who the marshal of the prison now? Ijaya. And guess who is among the new inmates brought in? Marshal. Ijaya says, have you learnt your lesson? Nothing lasts forever. What you have now is just your turn, for somebody else will have it tomorrow. My dear cousins, my dear cousins, it's all yours. See all the cousins all come out rushing, pounding Marshal. Now, Simi is free to leave the prison. But before leaving, she promised to help Suky get a good lawyer that will fight his case. And outside the prison, we see her waving at Suky. Suky just smiled back, and then the movie ends. Well, there you have it. Now, did you know that the director of this movie, Ola Cardoso, also worked on the award-winning movie Breath of Life? You can enjoy the recap and many more on this channel. Now, for this movie, because it is a simple and commonly told story, I rate this movie a 5/10. So it's your turn. Let's hear from you. What do you have to say about this movie? Please share with us in the comment section. Let's talk. Thanks for watching this video. For more amazing content and film reviews, please subscribe to this channel. And until we meet again, I am Sam, and this is the Film Village.